You guys can see it here. This is one of the most difficult part of installing this condenser, because you have to push this from here all the way in. It will be like this small left before you can know that you have actually got it in there. And if it is not, if it didn't get in there very well, you might break this more than one or twice before you can get it right. But I'm trying to get it right without breaking any. And there is a tool that can actually do it, but I'm not sure that tool is already here, except maybe Toyota has developed it. But on my own side, I'm looking at DIY stuff, so I'm gonna put it back, socket it, then I'll tell you guys exactly what I did to get it in, for a lot of you who are having problems getting yours in. Guys, finally I made it. Now once you get it in, it's not coming out. If you want to try to bring it out, you are going to break it. So getting it in there without removing the bumper is a hell of a problem. My own experience, how I got it in, you have to shift this radiator in so it doesn't obstruct too much, so you can get your hands in between this place here. If you are someone who uses your right hand to do more than your left, that's what you need to do then. But if you're someone who is good at doing what you do with your left hand, then you don't need to remove this. Remove the the radiator. Now let's get into the other side. If you are using left, you're gonna use your left to grab it really strong in order for you to be able to get it done. Now there's gonna be a challenge here. This is one of the challenge. There is this very guy here. Okay, I have to bend it in order, because it's actually blocking my way. So if it's blocking your way so much, you have to bend it in there and grab this pipe really hard and keep pulling it back in while resting one of your hand on the condenser, so that the condenser don't move. As soon as it snaps in, you're gonna hear a click, and you're gonna be having like I told you guys before. So let me get the camera closer, and you're gonna be seeing something like this. Yeah, it should be just this close. If it is this close, which is in my opinion about 2 mil, before you know that you have finally got it done. But if it is still sticking out more than 2 mil, then you are still in for a ride, and you have to keep trying, right? It's not gonna be easy. In fact, it's one of the most hectic one here in the Toyota to get it done, and on Camry or Corolla, and you have to have some stamina to get it done. But I'm certain there is gonna be a tools that can also do it, a tools which you use in replacing your ball joints, only that you have to get some one that's gonna be like that's 1/4 inch here and 1 inch here. So one grab the side, one grab the side, and you gently press it, then it's gonna snap it in. Just gonna be stress-free. But I don't know wherever you're gonna get this kind of tools, but I'm certain that there are some kind of tools like that that's available. As soon as you push it in, it's not saying that's it. But if you didn't get it right, when you recharge your refrigerant, it's gonna pull out. So, but once you get in there and you get it done, it's done. So far so good. Before you introduce refrigerant, you have to pressure test the system, and that is where you're going to test the integrity of what you just sealed down there. One of the most difficult sides. So you can see here, I pressure test the system, and we're having 200 psi on the both sides, and no crack, nothing, no leaks. And the system is holding a very constant pressure, so that certifies that the system is now ready to accept refrigerant. So I'm gonna leak the pressure out. Then see it right there. So after that, full vacuum, then set up the system for first time use. So here you go. Now we'll go ahead and pull it at least to 25 or 30 microns. See, it's already pulling the vacuum. So guys, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Bye for now.